Hi, I'm Austin Smet. I'm a senior at Kimberly High School, and I'm a Great Lakes surfer. It's a group of guys that we go to the Great Lakes when the wind is howling and people are inside because there's a storm, and we go surfing. Lake Michigan, all the waves are created by wind. We don't have a storm swell or anything, so when there's waves, it's in the middle of a storm, and when there's big waves, it's the change of seasons and when there's tornadoes and stuff. So we'll be surfing in fall and winter, and those are the best times. Well, I was in a sailing club out in the bay, and there was an old friend out there that he was into it, an older guy, and he gave me a whole boogie board that he had, and he said, just go out and try it. And I went out and drove out, and I was thinking, there's gonna be like paddleboarders and some crazy old goons that are out there surfing, but there was guys out and pulling out real surfboards in their truck, and they were out there hooting and hollering, and I didn't have the right wetsuit, and I went out there freezing cold, and that's how it started. And once you catch your first wave, it's an addiction. You have to go out every time. Oh, it can be a dangerous sport. You are on the brink of hypothermia. You're going out when the water is freezing cold and there's chunks of ice floating around, and you put on these 6-7 mil wetsuits, and to put that in perspective, it's like putting on seal skin. It's huge, and you can't move hardly, and you have hats and hoods and gloves and boots on, and you jump in the cold water while it's snowing, and you get out and your face is frozen and you have icicles dripping from your hood. And it takes a lot of courage to get out there, and when you put your suit on, it feels like you're getting set up for battle. When you catch that wave and you ride that wave, it is probably one of the best feelings you'll ever have, because it's hard to explain if you don't do it, but you are not controlling it, the wave's controlling you, and being in tune with it is something special. When you're a lake surfer, you're almost an amateur meteorologist. You have to know the weather patterns and what's going to happen. And it's so unpredictable with the lakes that if you might go out there and think it's going to be 10 feet or 9 feet or whatever, and you get out there and it's knee high. So it's a very, if the waves are going on right now, you have to go. Like, it's not let's wait till tomorrow thing, because they won't be there tomorrow. I got out there and I looked, and it was shoulder high, and I knew it was good waves, but there was only me and another guy out, and it just kept getting better and better as the day went on. We had a south wind, and guys started showing up, and it was super busy. And then one of my guys I surf with, his name's Burton Hathaway. He's been surfing the Great Lakes for like 20 years. He's a pro surfer out of Racine, and super cool guy. And we started surfing together, and it just kept getting bigger and bigger. And the waves were probably hitting like 10 feet, and you see those waves, you look on shore and think, oh, they're not that big. But when you're sitting on a board and you see that wave and it starts to come up and it starts to break, it's pretty crazy. You have to have some cojones to do it, and it's fun. And when you catch it, like I said, when you catch your first wave, and especially one of those big ones, it's pretty fun. I'm getting really happy talking about it.